What's going on, guys? Apologize ahead of time for the trash truck behind me. It's making a lot of noise, but we're gonna have to get this video done either ways, right? Anyways, so most of the time we hear that guys are simping for girls, men are simping for women. You're being a simp for her, this and that. But what if we reverse the roles? What if we turn the tables around? What happens then, or how do you do that? So last week I met this girl. She came over on the first day we met, and we did our thing. We hooked up. The second time she came over that same week, I told her to bring me food, bring me Chipotle. She brought me like $10-15 burrito, and I made sure I put like double meat and guac and all sorts of other stuff on this, extra stuff on this that's gonna cost her more, and she did it. And then she came over and did her thing again, and then she started pushing for a relationship. She wanted to cuff me, which is a very important point, actually. I'll get to that in a little bit. And I had to let her go. I was like, no, this is not gonna work out. We just met, like every single day we would talk. I wouldn't even text her. Like after the first night, after we hooked up the first night, the second morning, I did not text her at all. She kept blowing up my phone, trying to talk to me and this and that. And she was like, why don't you talk back? Why are you so distant? So did I did something wrong? This and that. So she was very clingy from the get-go, and she wanted to have a relationship out of me, so I had to let her go. And so you have to understand a few things here before you start making her simp for you, because if we don't know the game, guys, we're gonna lose, because they are way ahead of us in this game. We're just catching up to them right now. The girl needs to be in the right mindset, first of all, for you to have her simp for you. For her to be simping for you, she needs to be in the right mindset. And the reason why. Now, before I get into the reason why, let me ask you guys another thing. Do you think it's still possible? Is it still possible to have her simp for you, even if she's not in the right mindset? Absolutely, but you're gonna have to put a little bit more work in the beginning. Versus if she's already in the mindset, the work is done for you, which is what happened in my case. I was lucky to meet this girl. Like it just happened to be for me to meet her, to come across her. I would put that on luck, because most girls out here are not in the right mindset like that, because it's all about timing with women, fellas. And the reason why I know that she was in the right mindset, and what do I mean by the right mindset, is the fact that she was pushing for a relationship. So that automatically tells me that something happened in her life right before this. Maybe it was an ex-boyfriend who was abusive and then he left her, or she dumped him, or she went through a bad experience right before this, and she needs to replace that with me. We always talk about the best way to get over someone is to get on top of someone or under someone, right? That's exactly what she was trying to do. I was the rebound guy for her. And I saw that from the very first get-go, when she talked about her ex-boyfriend the first time she came over. Because she was supposed to come over like 30 minutes ago, and she was 30 minutes late to come over. And I checked her right then. I was like, why did it take you so long? What are you doing? And that's when she started telling me about her crazy ex and this and that. And that conversation, like I did not even ask her anything else. The only thing I asked her at that point is, why did it take you so long? Well, it doesn't take 30 minutes. There's no traffic at this time because it was late at night. Because that right there told me that the fact that I didn't even ask her anything after the fact, that why took you so long, and she still kept blabbering her darn mouth about her ex-boyfriend and how he made her late. What happened was, this is what she told me. Again, I don't believe her. What she told me was, her ex-boyfriend kept calling her, and he wanted to get back with her. He started crying on the phone with her to ask him to get her back, this and that, and she was trying to calm him down. Now, there's a very good possibility, very high chance that she just came from his house, doing the nasty thing with him, and now she's coming to do it with me. And I'm more inclined to believe that than I am her story. But it doesn't matter what I believe in, because I knew that this girl is trying to get a relationship out of me, and she's in the right mindset, because she just got done with the relationship. So now she's looking for a rebound guy. Guys, this is what I mean when I say that pay attention to what women are saying. They're giving themselves up, and you guys are so stupid to see any of this. Why would you cuff a girl who comes over to your place the very first time you meet her, and she's talking about her ex-boyfriend and how that relationship was crap? This girl is damaged, and she's looking for a sucker to be the rebound guy. So be smart here, fellas. Anyways, so that's how I knew that I didn't even need to that much work to get this girl to simp for me. All I needed to do at that point is lay the pipe down well, which is what I did. And at the end of it, she was like, man, how do you last so long? This is the best one I've ever had, this and that, blah, blah, blah. She was like, I have never come for any guy before. You made me come, this and that. I'm like, whatever. I just laid there and she crawled onto my chest, and I didn't even tell her to come crawl onto my chest. This is how easy it was for her, because she was just in the right mindset. Now I give credit to timing for that. It was just the best timing, that she just happened to be out of a relationship and I just happened to be the guy to come right in and show all my intentions up front. Not in a very aggressive way, but in a subtle way. You need to show your intentions up front, but in a subtle way, not in an aggressive way, which is what most guys get confused. They think that, oh, I need to let her know that I want to have sex with her. She needs to come over and do our thing. I gotta tell her that, oh, I gotta Netflix and chill with you. No, that you don't do any of that crap. That's stupid. This is always about subtle game with them. So fast forward a couple days. I'm still trying to tell her that, hey, I'm not the guy to text you back all the time. I have other things going on, this and that, so that's why I don't text you all the time. And she already is asking me, so what are we? Girl, it's been 3 days since I first met you and we did our thing. I was like, what do you mean? I was trying to play dumb, and I was trying to not answer her question in a direct way. And I was like, she was like, it seems like you're against relationships and you don't really talk much. Guys, again, me personally, I don't pillow talk after sex. I just lay there, I look at the ceiling. I let them do whatever they do. Because I already know that the pipe that I laid down 5 minutes ago, that I just got done with 5 minutes ago, is good enough for them to come to me. 98% of the time, they do. The rest of the 2% of the time, if they don't, I just dodged a bullet, because she's so damaged beyond repair that the fact that me laying down that really good pipe for her didn't even do anything for her, because she's probably had way better than that. And I'm cool with that. I'm not trying to cuff these girls. It's just my turn. She's not mine. I know that. But anyway, so I'm laying there. Her crawl's coming into me, and I'm just laying there. She's asking me all these questions. She asked, guys, this is how vulnerable this girl was at this moment, and this is how bad she wanted a rebound guy. She asked me, so what's your body count? Oh my God, I was getting irritated at that point. I straight up told her, I was like, girl, we just met. How you gonna tell me these personal questions? You haven't even taken me out on a date yet. So 3 days later, she goes, and we're watching a movie in my room, but we didn't finish the movie. Obviously, halfway through it, we started getting it on. 3 days later, she goes, so okay, I understand. So what's your thought like on relationships? I told her that I'm not opposed to it, but I'm just waiting for the right girl. You ain't gonna be it. But I didn't tell her that. I told her that if I meet the right person, then I'm cool with it. I'll go with it. I'm going with the flow. That's what I told her. She's like, oh, okay, well, so when are we gonna finish that movie? Again, she just invited herself over. And I said, whenever you bring me food. I saw the perfect opportunity there to make this girl simp for me. And she's like, okay, what do you want? Chipotle. Cool, I'll see you tonight. And you guys know the rest. I already talked about it. If this girl was already not in a mental headspace like that, what you needed to do is do all the pursuing and chasing and this and that at the beginning. Do all the work that you normally do with a girl that you have long-term relationship intentions with. And then as soon as you lay the pipe well, guys, this is a very important point. The sex has to be good. If the sex is boring, then it's not gonna work. The sex has to be, unless you're a multi-millionaire, then you don't need to watch this video anyways. After you lay that pipe down, now you start pulling back. And she starts seeing that, wait a minute, what happened? Where's all this validation going? He's not coming after me anymore. You get her wrapped up in it. And then she craves for that. Guys, you cannot be texting a girl the next morning after you just had sex with her the last night. Let her go, let her come text to you. If she doesn't, then you automatically know that this girl is not in the right headspace. Because believe it or not, some of these women, regardless of what you do, they're never gonna be in the right headspace to simp for you. Never. They just think that highly of themselves. So that's why I tell you, never text her first after you lay the pipe. Let her come to you. And if it's been 1 week or 2 weeks, she still doesn't hit you up, you automatically know that this girl is not in the right headspace. So what you need to do now is try to put her in a rotation and then hit her up 2 weeks later and try to set up a date and see how she responds to that. So after you do all the work, after you lay the pipe well, and then you start pulling back, now she's gonna come after you. And now when she does come after you, this is the perfect opportunity for you to get what you want out of her. Maybe it could be getting your ass licked. Maybe it could be her bringing you food. Guys, start asking for food for these girls, okay? Every single opportunity you tell them that, hey, do this for me, do that for me. When a girl starts asking me personal questions about myself in a date or the first time I talk to her, I automatically veer the conversation into saying that, oh, why are you asking me all these? You haven't even taken me out on a date yet. Or, dang, what's up all these questions? Take me on a date first at least. See how I try to change the narrative and put it on them that they need to spend money on me? This is how subtle I'm talking about. This is how subtle you need to be to show your point across, to show your point to them that you're not gonna sit here and simp on them. Simp for them. They're gonna have to do some work too. Value your time, fellas. And if she doesn't, and you already got sex out of her, and you know that she's not in the right headspace, let her go. Walk away. If you haven't gotten the sex yet from her, and you have a 1 strike or 2 strike rule, whatever rule that you have, I don't recommend more than 2 strike rule. If you've been on dates with her twice and she still hasn't given it up, dump her. If you haven't gotten it yet and it's been only the first date, wait a little bit for the second date at least. If that's your rule. If it's your 1 strike rule for you, then go with that. Whatever it is that you follow, stick to that. Because at that point, investments are still low on your part. Guys, as soon as you have sex with a girl, investments go up off the roof. Because now you have invested your body to her. That's a very big part in her head. And your head is probably nothing. You're just getting a good time out of her. But in her part, she's thinking that you care so much about her. When in reality, you don't give a crap about her. We all know that. If you're a pump and dump type of guy. So, guys, start having these girls break their bread on you. They're strong and independent, aren't they? They're going out and doing 9 to 5 themselves. So why do you have to buy them stuff? Make them come pick you up from your house to take you out on a date. That way you save your own gas. And then at the date, tell, oh, I lost my wallet. Or I forgot to bring my wallet. Can you get this time? I got us next time. Next time will never come around. Fellas, this is how we manipulate them. Some female or some beta male might come to my video right now and say that. Some simp might come to my video and might say, oh my God, you're such a horrible person, dude. Just turn around and look what they're doing to us. They give us their number, never even text us back. They take hours to respond. They don't show up to the date. They flake on the date. Even when they come on the date, they know they have the intention of just using your money, using you as a free dinner, and then never hitting you back up again. And they know they're never gonna come back to your house. So they're using us right and left. Why won't we do the same thing? We gotta take this game right back to them now. Fellas, I hope this video made sense. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video to your friends. Again, just remember, they want equality, so we finna give it to them. I'll see you guys in the next video.